Hi everybody, Lorraine here. Hope you're doing well today. I am trying to do a fall color pour. I'll show you my last attempt, how that turned out dry. It's pretty. It's got a lot of shimmer to it, but it just doesn't have very much definition. So I'm going to try again. That pour had in it some orange, a crimson, a yellow deep, and a copper. I think I'm going to leave the copper out this time, but I'm going to add a little bit of, what is this? This is a turquoise green, and maybe a little bit of the emerald green to give it some separation. So I'm going to mix up my paints, and I'll be back. Okay, so in case you're wondering, when I mix my paints, I just get a cup. I like to put a little bit of the Floetrol in the bottom of the cup. Put a good glob of paint in there. Add a little bit more Floetrol. The reason I put the Floetrol on the bottom of the cup is because if I put the paint in first, it sticks to the bottom of the cup. So putting a little bit of Floetrol in there gives me a little bit of a barrier. And just Floetrol, see how it's kind of clumpy there? That might not be enough Floetrol, so give it a nice good stir. Since it's still so thick, I'm going to add a little bit more. Not a lot. Usually ends up being about 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. So, see, it's running, but it's still pretty darn thick. So I'm going to add some water. A good stir, stir, stir. I always scrape the sides and scrape the bottom when I'm doing this. We'll give it another test. See, now that's looking pretty good. It's just leaving a little bit of a mound. Not sure if you can completely see this or not, but it's running off nicely. And that's the consistency I like to work with. I'm going to be doing a ring pour, so I don't want it too thin. It's just kind of leaving a 1 second mound there. Okay, so here we go with our fall color pour. Got my orange. I have my crimson. Love this color. Got my yellow deep. Little bit of turquoise, and a little bit of emerald green. This is an 11 by 14 inch canvas, so I'm going to work on this today. I've been spending so much time getting prepared for a art and craft show that's coming up in I think it's another week now. It's Thursday today. That I've been varnishing and working on coasters and getting ready to resin and things like that. I think I'm going to put some turquoise in between here. That I haven't been able to paint, and it's like I just want to paint. And then I'm going to put the crimson in. Let's see, what do I want to follow the crimson with? I think I'll put a little bit of the emerald in there. It's a nice lighter green. And go back in with the yellow. Not sure how that's going to mix with the emerald, but we'll see. I think that's about the extent of the yellow that I want in there. There's quite a bit in there. Put in my orange. what's left. Scrape it out. Okay, got some emerald. Try and put it on the top here. And then a little bit more yellow before I put the crimson in. And that wants to go right to the bottom for some reason, so we'll see what happens with that. Put a little more emerald in. Give it a start out with some emerald. Tiny bit of yellow. Okay. So what I'm going to do is a ring pour. So I just want to bring it in slowly. Start my rings. Don't want it to mix too much. Like I said, I put a lot of yellow in there. Try and slow it down a little bit. Hoping that I have everything thick enough so that I get nice defined rings. Here comes my orange. Ooh, that's pretty. The orange and the yellow next to each other. I think this is going to turn out much better and much more defined. I lost the yellow almost completely in that other one that I did. But all my colors were very, very similar. Just going to let that run down. Don't like that center. Try and change it. There we go. Nice round circle in the center. I didn't want it all wiggly. So, I did not put anything on the canvas, so the canvas is dry. Just going to use the paint from the ring pour to cover the canvas. Back up on there. Gotta remember, it always helps to bring your paint back to the center before you go to the next corner. Quickly. Don't want to lose too much. Bring this down a little bit. I like this corner so much right here that I don't want to lose any of that. I'm going to have to. I don't know any other way of doing it. Maybe, just maybe, my hands here, maybe I can get, I do have some of this crimson left. cover my corner a little bit with the crimson. I'd rather lose that than that cool green corner I've got going on there. Maybe I can get some more out of this and put it on this corner. Yeah, it isn't very much in there. It's gonna look kind of muddy, but that'll be alright. Okay. Turn this around a little bit. And hit that top corner first. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of brown from where the crimson and the yellow mixed. I'm going to move this down because I really want to stretch out these lines here. I'm going to try and bring the weight of the paint down. I don't have a lot left on there. Stretch it down. This is definitely not my normal bright color combination that I do. It does have some interesting aspects to it. I like the lines here. I like the center of it. It's nice. But honestly, I don't think this is going to be a keeper.